We have another local incident that's making national headlines. I think it's a good opportunity to have a meaningful discussion in the comments section, or at least that's my goal whenever I make these short videos. So here's kind of the premise. You're asleep, your alarm wakes you up, and you find a group forcing entry into your home. So you grab your gun. Do you fire at them? If they run, do you continue to chase them down and then fire at them? What if they were breaking into something else on your property, your shed, your car, maybe even your trash can? Are you okay living in a world where it was not only allowed to run them down with lethal force, but it was expected of you? That's the conversation that I want to have. I'm Brian Frias of Shivworks. I travel the country 40 weeks a year teaching self-defense skills from 0 to 5 feet with or without weapons. I'm a black belt under Andre Galvao, a prior Marine, and a former San Diego cop. Here are the details of the case in question, at least the ones that were available while I was making this short video before I walk out the door to go and train, go and roll a bit. There's a Michigan man named Mr. Dayton. Around 1 a.m., Dayton wakes up to a group of 7 breaking into his detached garage. This is the third break-in at his Michigan home in the last few days. He grabs his gun, goes to the garage, and he fires 2 rounds through the closed door. 1 round impacts a 17-year-old suspect who never goes to the hospital and later dies from the shot. The reports made it a real point to state that he did not go to the hospital, making me wonder if he had gone, would he have survived? Is that what they're getting at with that sort of, is that what they're alluding to? I don't know, because it's not explained. The group, after Dayton starts firing, flees the garage on foot. Dayton fires another 5 rounds, so 7 in total at them while they're running. 1 other suspect was hit, but he survived. And it's not clear from the reporting if he was impacted while he was in the garage or while he was running away. Dayton is being charged with involuntary manslaughter among a few other charges by the prosecutors. We're going to obviously have to wait for more details, but here's where I see some potential issues. Many locations presume you are justified in using deadly force if someone forces entry into your occupied dwelling. Michigan is one of those locations. And I say many, not all. So you need to know your local laws. Not every place expressly allows this. So here's where it gets a little muddy for Dayton. His garage was detached. At least by all accounts presently available, it was a detached garage. Now, legally, it's part of the curtilage. Other examples would be a shed, or maybe your car parked in the driveway. Those are protected, but often not to the same extent as your actual home for the purpose of self-defense or deadly force. You might need to show an objective imminent threat to justify deadly force if you're going to be protecting a structure that's on your property that's not attached to your actual occupied dwelling. That changes location to location, so make sure you know your local laws. I have to say that, obviously. The other issue for Dayton, he continued to shoot at the suspects as they fled. He fired 5 more rounds at the group while they were running away. Your job when using force, at least in the eyes of the justice system, is not to dispense punishment. It's to bring an end to an imminent emerging problem that minimizes harm. This is hard for people in the moment. It's also hard for cops. It's hard for us to understand and keep that in our mind while we're acting. That's a challenge. But it's not your job to punish people. Remember that. It's important. Generally, you're not permitted to run someone down, even if they committed a violent felony like a home invasion and put a bullet in the back of their head. There are a few circumstances that permit shooting at a fleeing felon. They usually exist with some sort of associated greater threat to the public. And it's pretty niche. We're not going to get into those, but there are some exceptions. So I think those are the two main issues from the available info as of now that Dayton will have to overcome. So here's the broader moral question that we should all be considering. Are you okay living in a world where it's not only legal to shoot someone, but it's encouraged as the expected result for someone breaking into any part of your property? That could be your home, your shed, your car, or even your trash can. Someone does it and you get to pop them. Not only do you get to, you should, and we want you to. Do you think if they run after breaking into your property, you should be able to pursue them and put a bullet in the back of their head? Could you live with yourself? Do you think if this was the standard that the number of break-ins would decrease or increase? It might seem harsh, but I would be okay with living in that world. Here's why. I would not violate the sanctuary of someone's home. So the outcome for people who do violate a place where you should feel completely at ease is irrelevant to me. Call it cold, callous, wrong, whatever. That's just my opinion. Now, that's not how it works, so you must play by the rules, but let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. Go train hard so you don't get fat after eating all that food.